commands. Show you that thing first. So this is what we were doing yesterday. We did a git add, we did a git commit, then git push, fetch, pull, and then we did a git checkout. Then I learned about git merge conflict, how to resolve that git merge conflict. But I told you that better will be that you don't get into that problem. So when I say that I don't want to get into that problem, I will be creating my own branch, working with my branch. And then once the changes are final, I will push the branch by doing a git push branch name. And finally, I'll raise a PR request, get my PR approved and merge the changes. So this is what we are actually trying to do. So in my here, this is what I was trying to talk about. I was doing merge of my code. So this is code merge, which I'm doing, but there are a few things which still we need to learn here. Now, today we will learn about two big concepts. One is git revert. The other one is git reset. Now, revert and reset are two commands which will help me to undo the change. When I say undo the change, assume a scenario that I made a change by mistake, or I made a change which I don't want to take it ahead. Okay, so there are two ways in which I can get my work done. So let me show you first revert and then the reset. The common problem or the common change which you will see here is that, yes, it will be after commit only. So the common problem or the common change which you will see here is when you do a git reset, the reset will completely remove that. This component is a problematic one. So this is first commit, second commit, third commit, fourth commit. So let me just show you from the beginning. Okay. Now let me just come here. Okay, let me open my GitHub. So this is my AWS console. Let me open my EC2. This is my Git instance. Go ahead and start this. And let me say I'm going to create a new Git repo. Just to show you the demo of this, I will be creating a new Git repo. I will come here and say, I'm going to create a new repository. I will say Git demo. Okay. And simply go ahead and create this. Now I will run all these commands in one single shot. Okay. I will not go step by step because I assume that you already know how to work with this. Anyhow, I have the IP address. Putty EC2 minus user @ the IP address. Appearance change 16K SSH auth. Okay, there is a small problem here. One second. This key is what I have deleted. Okay. So this is the PEM key. Okay. So let me convert it into PPK. So to convert this, this is the PEM key. Okay. I'm trying to convert it into private key, putty private key. So I will say putty gen. I have a tool called putty gen. Here I will say load. I will say all files. It is in my download folder. So I can see this Ansible in PEM format. Open. Okay. Save private key. Yes. Give a name. So I will say Ansible. So the stuff is, while creating the key, I did not create it as PPK. And the PPK key which I had, actually I deleted that. That's why I'm putting it like this. Save private key. Yes. Ansible dot PPK. Save. So you can see here, Ansible, the same key. Earlier it was in PEM format. I have converted into PPK format. Now I can connect. No, nothing for Mac. For Mac, you can stay as you are, not required anything. Anyhow, so this is what I have. I can come here and say putty. I can say EC2 minus user at the rate, whatever your IP address is. Appearance, you change the font size. SSH, auth, go with the key which you have generated, Ansible, open it. Everything is correct, means it will say accept, and you are able to connect.
Hello. Yeah, Vikas. Actually, every time you are creating an instance, right? But here, when I'm practicing, I'm keeping the same instance every time by keeping a stopping state. Is it a chargeable thing? Like every time I'm doing on the same.
If you are
thing?
stopping your instance, it will not be charged. So if you are stopping your instance and again creating it, it will not be charged.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So this is what I have done. I have created a folder with an, I have to create a folder with the name as Git demo. mkdir mkdir. Okay, I've created a folder with the name as Git demo. And I'm not going with this, I'm going with this guy. Okay. So cd. Now, first is git init, because I have to make it a Git repository. Let me clear all these things. Now let me add a file. So the file can be anything, whatever file you want, you can add. So let me say nano sample.txt. This is first change. Okay, I'll show you the changes one by one. This is the first change. Now what you will do, git add dot, then you will say git commit. But the moment you go for commit, you will get the error. No, you will not get the error because I have already done the config. First commit. Okay, so commit done. Now what you will do, git wait. Once commit is done, you will run these three commands. And you know what the command is. It will make main as my default branch. Origin will point to this URL, and then git push origin main, because 99341 is my username and the password is this guy. So my assumption is all of you know this thing. Till now, you know whatever we have done. So a new branch main has been created and the changes has been pushed. Fresh. Now, you can see one commit is there. 40 seconds ago it was done. This is first commit. Now what I will do is I'll change this file 5 times. 5 times I'll push the changes so that I can show you git revert and git reset. Okay. So I will come here and say nano sample.txt. So I'll say this is second commit. Control X, Y, enter. I taught you a command which is 2-in-1. So I'll say git commit minus M, and I will say second commit. Okay, sorry, I did a small mistake. I forgot to give minus A. So now if I come here and say git log minus one line. Sorry. Git log minus one line. You can see 2 commits are there, but origin is pointing here, head is pointing here. Why? Because I have not done a git push. So let me just come here and do a git push minus this thing, because 99341 and the password. So I'll make 5 commits like this. Okay, so that I have 5 commits, and whenever I want to roll back, I can show you that. So the first thing what I did, I went to ahead and made the changes. Yep.
Just so you use the token we made yesterday will be the same token for anywhere.
Yes. You can use it for any duration of time.
Create another one. Fine, fine.
Can you repeat?
I don't have to create another one.
No, you don't have to. This is a one-time activity. Like git config is a one-time activity. The token is one-time activity. So these are one-time activities.
Great.
So I've done third commit, and I'm going to push the changes again. Let me just go ahead and do one more commit. Not now. I'm doing all this now. One second. Give me 1 second. Bolu. Not now. Okay, sorry. So I have changed the code for the fourth commit. Okay, Control X. Now the commit message and this thing. So fourth commit is what I'm going to do. FOUR, fourth commit. And I'll also do the fifth commit, and then I'll push it at the same time. I can do that also. Nano. Change this sample.txt. I'll add my. This is fifth commit. Fifth commit. Control X, Y, enter. And let me just push my fifth change. Okay. Fifth commit. Okay, now if I come here and say git log -1 line, you can see I have done 5 commits. My origin is pointing here, but my head is pointing here. So I can push the changes. Both the changes will go at the same time. So I can do something like this.
Something's wrong with the voice.
Okay, I'll be a bit louder so that you are able to hear me. Okay, so this is what I'm trying to do. So this is what I have done right now. I have a new repository named as Git demo, and I have made the code changes 5 times. You can see the head is pointing to the 5th commit, and also the origin is pointing to the 5th commit. So if I go here and just refresh this, I can see I have 5 commits, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes ago. And this is my latest commit, 288E15177. 288E1577. Now, suppose I realized that this commit is wrong. Something is wrong in this commit. Nano. Okay, so this sentence which I had added is wrong. It is not as per the customer's requirement. I want to discard the changes. Discard means completely it should go away. It should not be visible to me at all. Not now, not today, not in future. Never it should be visible for me. So in that case, I will do a git reset. It is very important for you to understand this concept. Git reset means the changes will be never visible again. So this is what is my fault. this is what is my problem. I'm doing a reset, means this will be gone, completely gone. It will be never ever visible. So now the head will start pointing here. Okay, so let me just show you how we can do this. So in my scenario, the current head is pointing to this guy. But I realize that this is wrong. So I want to completely take this off. There should be no trace, no record of this. And the head should automatically point it here, 4E, whatever you have. Okay, so this is what I am trying to do. So let me just go ahead and do that. So for that, the command is git reset -- hard. Okay, it is already committed. So I am doing a hard reset and I go to this commit ID. Okay, if you want, you can go to this commit ID, this commit ID. Let me say these three are wrong. So I'll go to this. So whichever is your stable version, go to that. So for me, this is wrong. I'm assuming this is wrong. And this is the correct or the stable version. So I'm doing git reset -- hard and the commit ID, enter. Now it is saying the head is now pointing to 4E. This thing means this change is gone. Okay. Now, if that change is gone, I should not be able to see it. You can see here, the change is gone. My head is pointing to this guy, but where is my origin? My origin was pointing to this. And if I come back here, still my origin is pointing to this, means it is wrong because I've changed something in Git, but GitHub is still pointing to the old location. So I will have to do something like this. Git push -F for forcefully. Force. I'm forcefully making the changes. Okay. So git push -F origin main. So what I'm doing, I'm forcefully pushing my change. Okay. Be very much careful when you're doing it, because if you do something not as per what you want, it is a terrible thing. Now what has happened? Let me clear out everything. Or before clearing out, let me show you. See here. I started from here. 288E177 was my latest change. But I realized that this 5th commit which I have done is a faulty one. Some problem is there. My manager is shouting at me, what have you done? Remove it completely. I told, okay. I did a git reset and I removed it. But the moment I do a git reset, I see the head is pointing, git is pointing, but where is GitHub? So what I do is I do a push, but with force, because I am overwriting a commit. And now I can see my git and my GitHub are pointing to the 4th one. So if you come back to your GitHub, which is this, it is pointing to the 5th commit, right? But now if I do refresh, it will point to the 4th commit. Now the 5th commit.
Vikas, I have a question.
Wait 1 second. The 5th commit is gone. It is completely gone. You cannot ever trace it back. Means there is no trace of that. Completely deleted. Okay. Please, if you have any questions.
Okay, if I want to delete not the last commit, the 3rd, I have to delete the 2, right? I cannot jump one. I have to delete one by one until.
No. I just now told you, if you have problem in the 5th one, 4th one, 3rd one, you directly want to come here, then you should have given something like this. Whichever commit you feel is the correct one, you do a reset there and then do a git push.
And then automatically the 3rd and the 4th will gone.
Yes, 3rd, 4th, 5th, all the 3 will be gone. So assume that these 3 are having problem. So I want to delete all 3 of them. So I directly come here. I say git reset -- hard and the commit ID, and all the 3 will be gone.
Because if there is a mistake only in the 3rd commit and we need a
for that, there is a different way. This is there is something called revert for that. I'll come to that.
Okay.
Okay. Any questions related to git reset? Okay, I'm assuming that there is no question related to git reset. Is there any possibility? I'm repeatedly saying the 5th commit is gone. You cannot get it back. That's why git reset is dangerous. There can be a scenario where you actually want that change, but you will not get that change back. So if you see here, this is 5th commit. The 5th commit which I had written is gone. Okay, completely gone. Now,
suppose we can take it from the GitHub, right? If
I just now
if you
showed
don't
you.
if you don't do the git push command, we can take from the GitHub.
Then it is
That's
in your
all.
local. In your local, it is of no use, because I told you whatever changes you do, mandatorily it should go to GitHub. If it is not going to GitHub, it is of no use. In local, whatever changes you make, it is of no use if you don't push it to GitHub.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
Now, a very valid question by most of you, which says, fine, you removed it completely. You're not able to get it back, but there can be a scenario where I may need it. Today, it is a faulty record, but I had done some work. I may require it in future. So in that case, what I should do? So in that case, you should do a git revert. So let me show you this. So in git revert, let me say this is the faulty record. Okay. So what you do, you actually bring, so let me just show you like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have 5 commits. Assume that the 5th commit is the one which is wrong. In reset, you are removing it completely. But here in git revert, you bring this here and name it as 6. So 4 and 6 are same. They will have different commit IDs, but when you do a diff, you will see both are same. So here, the good thing is that earlier my head was pointing here and I was having the faulty record. Now my head is pointing here, and which is actually the 4th commit. Okay, so kind of you change the sequence. So when you do a revert, in revert also you are trying to remove this guy and bring your head here. But now I'm doing a small change. I'm not bringing the head. So this is problem. So I want my head to point here, but I'm not directly pointing my pointer here. I am pointing it here. And I'm saying this guy and this guy is same replica. So think of a scenario. You are standing in the queue. Okay. You cannot go to the first position. So you send a friend of yours to the first position, something like that. Okay. Clear with the concept? Anything which you would like to ask here? So the only difference between git reset and git revert is in revert, still you have the change. Okay. At the topmost position or at the head position, somebody else will come. There's somebody else with this guy. This guy will only come here, but it will have here a different commit ID. Here it will have a different commit ID.
But it's exactly the same code.
Exactly the same code.
Okay, I just
If I
repeat
say
the
1,
4th commit
2,
with a
3,
different ID.
Yes. So I will say 4 and 6 are same. They are exactly same.
Because
Yeah.
yesterday one of my customer, what happened? We in Jenkins, I have raised one trigger, latest build, but in that build some problem was there. So what my manager asked to go for previous version to deploy. So he asked to split the code. Split the code means we can do this reset, revert, right?
Revert. Reset means you will lose your changes.
Yes,
so
yes,
don't
correct.
go for reset, revert. Do a git
Okay.
revert.
Okay.
Yeah. I hope this concept is clear.
Oh yeah.
So I have 5 commits. In step 1, I have 5 commits. I'm going with this concept again and again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 commits, but I realize that the 5th commit is a problematic one. So I create a replica of 4 and make it as 6 and put it here. So now my head is pointing here. So the benefit is I am not losing 5 and I am pointing to the previous stable version. But that previous stable version has modified itself and come up with a new commit ID. So 4th commit ID and 5th commit ID will be different. But this guy will also be there. Okay. Repeatedly, I'm saying this. If you have understood, very good. If you have not understood, just see how I'm doing it. Once I do it, then you will be able to understand. Else, you will have to watch the recordings step by step. So, git log -1 line. So if I see here, there are 4 commits. I'm saying the 4th commit is having a problem. Okay. So what I will do is I will say git revert head. Okay. If you want 2-3 positions to go back, put it as 2, means go 2 positions back. 1, this is first position, second position. So a replica of this will come here at the top. So I'm just saying git revert head means this commit ID 06775 will be replicated and a new commit ID will come. So this and the new one which will come will be same. Git revert head, enter. Wait, it says head is, I think the spelling is wrong. Okay, so it is asking me for a message, commit edit message, because earlier you had this message, 4th commit. So escape I, come here and make this as a demo for git revert. Okay, demo for git revert. So I've changed the commit message also. Escape colon WQ exclamation mark. Enter. What has happened? 1 file changed, 1 file deleted. Come here. What has happened? My head was pointing here. Now my head is pointing here. I am saying this git revert and this 3rd commit are same. Can you validate that? Yes. Go here and say git diff between 3rd commit and the new commit which came. See here, there is no difference. Can you come and check that? Cat sample.txt. See here, the 4th commit is gone. This is gone. But still you will say origin is pointing here only. Okay, no problem. I'll put it git push. This time I don't have to do forceful push. Normal push will also work. Git push -u for user origin main. And it is done. Clear? See here. So again, I will come back. The 4th commit was having a problem for me. So what I did, I created a new commit, which is exact replica of my 3rd commit. So that's why when I'm doing git diff, show me the difference between this guy, 3rd commit, and 4th commit. It is saying nothing is there. But if I say git diff between this guy, 4th commit, and the one which I have made, it is saying this line has been removed. This is the 4th commit. This line has been removed. Now, anybody having any questions on this? Git revert, git reset are very important. Many times in your organizations, you will be using it. Obviously, if you make a mistake in reverting a change or resetting a change, more importantly, resetting a change, blunder. So anyone having any questions on this?
Revert, git revert, can you tell me once again with commands, that commands, not the concept I understood, but the commands, just history to history. Yeah.
Here, this is what we are doing here.
Firstly, we did git revert head. Yeah, revert head means new commit will create like a same commit. 3rd commit will be.
Hold on. Git revert head means I want to go only 1 step back. If I want to go 2 steps back, I will do like this. Okay.
You have to type head caps lock.
Yes, heads is caps lock. So git revert head and then 2 means 2 steps back I want to go. But if you don't give anything, it will go 1 step back. Okay. Once it goes 1 step back, a new commit ID will be generated, which you can see by running this command. So I was at 4th commit. When I did a git revert, it created 1 new commit, and this 3rd commit and 5th commit are same for me. So this is what it is showing you.
Okay, got it.
This thing only is replicating and going here, and this is hiding, kind of hidden now. Anyone having any questions here?
Hi, Vikas. I have one question. Like, do we have the same git reset command in our git bash?
Yes, yes.
It is there.
Git bash, GitLab, GitHub, Git, all are same.
Okay,
You
but
can use all the commands.
all the command is there. But in the Windows format, like in the GUI actually, we do not have, right, this reset.
GUI in the sense GitHub?
GitHub.
No, GitHub will not have all these features.
Okay.
These features will not be there in GitHub. It will be in your Git bash. It will be in your Git CLI.
Okay, got it. Okay.
I have one question. The git reset -- hard can be different, or we just will use hard?
No, you have to use hard. See,
Okay.
there is a tool. The tool has a syntax. You have to follow the syntax. It is not defined by my choice. It is as per the syntax. So if I'm saying minus hard, it is like that only. When I say -f forceful, it is forceful.
Okay.
Okay.
Because so you said that if there is a 5 commits, we are hiding the 5th commit. So we are creating a replica of the 4th commit, right? By
Correct.
using pivot command.
Correct.
So as you said, the 5th commit is going like it's a hidden commit, right?
Yes.
So even future or some other time, if we want to see that, is it possible to see the
yes.
hidden?
You come here, take this commit, say git checkout, and go to this commit. It's saying the head is now pointing to 4th commit. Now, if you come here and say git log -1 line, see it is pointing to your 4th commit.
Okay. So just if we check out to the commit ID, we'll able to see that one.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
I need, if the head is pointing at recent commit and origin is pointing at an older commit, then you will have to do a git push. So at any point of time, make sure that your git head and git origin are pointing to the same location. If not, then there is a problem.
Old one is gone now. Git, you given 4th commit free.
No, it is not gone. I have hidden it, just hidden it.
Okay.
Anyone having any questions here? Okay. Now, assuming that nobody has any question here, I will go back and use a command called git tag. Now, what is a git tag? Now, generally what happens is whenever you start your work, okay, you want to broadcast a message. Let me say I'm working here, git demo. And I have frozen my changes, means it's a December time. I have New Year and Christmas holidays coming in. I don't want anybody to go ahead and change my code. So I will do something called tagging. So like when you buy to a supermarket, you have a tag. You have a tag, and the tag says what is the price of that, what is the manufacturer, and all those details. Here again, I'm going to add a tag. So this is the tag I'm going to add so that in future, I can refer to that tag as a commit message. or as a broadcast message for everyone. Okay, so I will go ahead and do that. Give me 1 minute. One second.
Papa, I want to eat cry.
Give me 1 minute. Go do so. I'm doing office. Go do so and come. Don't disturb me. Okay, so I'll do a git tag. Okay, so what is git tag? So I just not told that it is like adding a tag to a component. So I will do something like this. So as of now, if I say git tag, nothing is there. Okay, I just now did git tag. So now I will add a tag. So how to do add a tag? So first git log minus 1 line. Here I want to add a tag. Okay, so I'll say git tag minus a. So minus a means add. I want to add a tag. Let me see the command. Then the tag name. What tag name would you like to give? Let me
You
say.
are adding a tag to the file or to
Not to the file, to
repo?
the commit message. 1 second,
Okay,
hold on.
cool.
Let me do it, then I'll answer your questions. December code freeze. So this is my message. December code freeze. Then the 7-digit commit ID. I want to associate it with this commit ID. And then -m for a message. Suppose you want to display a message. So you can come here and write the same message. December code freeze. Done on 2212, something like this. Okay, so basically if you see here, I'm saying git tag minus a is to add. This is the description of the tag or the tag name. I'm associating it with my commit ID and I'm also associating a message. Enter. Now if you come here and say git log minus 1 line, you also see there is a tag associated here, tag, and this. Now you can come here and say git show and this tag ID. So it will show you all the things which is related to this particular tag or all the things which is related to this commit. So this can be used to show me the commit in a better way. So when you add a tag, it makes it more readable. So I can see there is a tag and there is a message associated with this. So here, this is the message which I have done while commit. This is the message while I have given a tag. So tag improves the readability. Now this tag which I have given only for my head or my Git. Now the same thing, I would like to associate it with my GitHub. So I can go ahead and say git push -a tag. So let me just figure out that command. Git show. I think it is not here. Give me 1 minute now. Command to push git tag. Git push minus tags. Now I would like to push this to my GitHub. So I'll say git push minus tags. So it says, what is your GitHub repo name? What is your password? Now, if I go back to my GitHub, which is here, as of now, see 0 tags are there. But now if I refresh this guy, you will see a tag is associated. Click on this. Now, if you see here, the code is available for you in zip format. See here, zip format. So at any point of time, if you want, you can take this code. Now, this is a stable code. Suppose somebody comes and changes the code. Okay. But still I will have this guy. So this code is there in my zip format. So many a times when you're working in a sprint, okay, I want to freeze the code so that nobody touches it. Because I have done all the testing, I have done all the validation, I have all the approvals. I don't want anybody to touch it. So I do a git tag and then I will associate it with the release. So you can create a new release. So you can say December release, something like this, that it is going on December, something like that you do. So tag is kind of a stable version. Okay. Nobody, so the entire team is going on vacation. I don't want anybody to touch the code during the Christmas time, the New Year time, because developers will not be there and anybody touches the code and then I will be in problem. So I do something like this, git tag. Now, anyone having any questions on this?
Okay.
So
You can go first.
yeah, can we do this tag for all the comments?
Yes, you can do it for all the comments. So if you see here,
With single command?
you have to check the command. I'm not that the die-hard fan of learning the commands step by step. So if you want to associate it with a different commit message, then change the commit message. Git tag --a, give the tag ID or tag name, then whatever commit, suppose you want to associate with this commit, give the commit ID here and then a message, and then it will be committed.
So which means individually we have to do.
Not required. Actually, tag is not for that purpose. For individual purpose, you have git commit. Okay. Tagging is like in a sprint. Let me say I have a sprint. In the sprint, it is 1 month. So in 1 month, the code has been changed 20 times. So I don't want to tag it 20 times. I just want to tag it once. Okay. So tagging is like, okay, for this sprint, the code change is done. I'm not going to touch it anymore. Something like this.
Okay, I create this tag when I have like a repetitive code or repetitive duty to be easier.
Okay, put it like this. Put it like this. Now let me say I have to do 3 code changes. Okay, in each sprint, I will take 1 code to be changed. So my sprint is of 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, I made a change and I have committed it. But whatever I commit, on top of that, people can do reset, they can revert, they can work on top of my changes. I want to have a stable version, a snapshot kind of thing, a backup kind of thing. Okay, so I create a tag so that I get a stable version so that nobody is touching on top of that. Even if somebody is touching on top of that, I have the commit point, checkpoint, commit point. I can revert to that point. So basically, I want to keep my code safe so that if anybody is doing anything,
can be means like a backup of an important code.
Yes, yes.
Okay, now I understand. Thank you.
Is it possible to revert the tagged version commit? I think yes, everything, this is revertible. You can revert this. You can delete the tag in case you want.
Because is it something like we cannot change?
No, you can change. See, think of a scenario. I just now gave you a scenario. Think of the same scenario. Now, let me say from December 22nd, all my developers are going on leave. Okay. There are 2 junior developers. Now, I want that during the Christmas time, during the New Year time, nobody should touch the code. Okay. But these 2 junior developers were doing something and they edited my code. Now, because of that, I have a broken change or I have a change which I don't want. And because of that, my entire pipeline is failing. Now, what will you do? You cannot call back your developers from vacation. So in that scenario, you will go to tag and you will revert your code till this tag wherever you have see. So at least you know that this is the stable version, or this is the base version, or this is the correct version. Anything on top of that is wrong. Something like the checkpoint. You're doing a long journey, so you halt at a place. Okay, you have been driving for last 5 hours. Let me stop for 20 minutes for a tea or a break, something like that. Okay. If you want, you can revert it. That's not a problem, but generally we don't do it.
How does it different from message?
How is it different from?
Message, we'll give message to commits, right?
Message is just like that only, right? Message is just like that. Message anybody can change. Message anybody can change. I can show you the message change command. Just give me 1 minute. Message anybody can change. Control F. 1 second.
I mean, each commit only have one message. No?
Yes. Wait a second. There are many commands here. Hard to remember. Command. Git command to change commit message after push. This is the command.
This command we use a lot.
Now, if you see here, this is the commit which you have, demo for git reward. I want to change this message. So the command for that is git commit -- amend -m new commit message. See here, new commit message has been added. New commit message. So this is something which is getting changed. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Now I would also like to take these changes to GitHub. So do git push -- force. This is the command. Git push -- force with lease. Don't worry about the commands. Okay. Commands are many. You can't remember everything.
Because my doubt is like we can go to the stable version with help of tag, right?
Yes. Yes.
I mean, we can do it with message also. Is it not
Yes,
possible?
you can do it with message, but messages can be misleading at
No.
times. Okay. Suppose you write first commit. How will I know what you have written in first commit? See, at the end of the day, your call. Whether you want, see, tag is what? Suppose you're going to a shopping mall or anything. You see a cloth, you see a product, you check the tag. Okay. You take it and go to the billing counter. In the billing counter, they may give discount. So whatever price is written on the tag, you may get a discount on top of that, or on top of that, they may add some taxes. So tag is just indicative. Like your commit message, tag is also indicative. So if you want to go with tag, go with tag. If you want to go with commit messages, go with commit messages. Your call. It is not mandatory.
Okay. Message is very frequent which we use, but tag is rare.
Yes.
What I
Kind
understood.
of.
Okay.
Kind of.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay. Now, the
Here,
last,
my tag is not showing now.
because I have
There-
changed the commit message, no? So I have to
From-
again associate it. I've changed it. So I have to again associate this. Okay, December code freeze is already there. Please. Wait a second. Where did it go? Sorry, the commit message has changed. That's why it is associated to the old commit message. Give me 1 second. Actually, the commit ID changed. That's why the thing also changed.
where is that commit ID? If we did not do anything
have
to that
You
commit
have
ID.
overwritten that, right? With the new message, you overwritten that.
So commit ID change. So
Yes,
new
sir.
commit ID we should create, right? It will overwritten. Okay,
No.
amend we given, right? Okay, okay.
See, you have changed the commit message, right? With that only it got changed. Aha, again this guy came. This is gone. This comes in. I will say Jan code freeze. I will change the message here. And you can see here new commit ID with new tag ID. And you want to push git push minus tags. And all the tags have been pushed. Okay. Any questions here? Now, last command for today. Now let me say I am doing some code changes. Nano.
Because I got one query actually. Can you go to back just once?
Yeah.
Yeah. Suppose a scenario will take, suppose new guys came and they did for this tag, they did the same command like amend, git amend you given right previously, and with the new commit message they given here, by seeing that git log, I pushed that code to the tag code to GitHub. Okay, that is okay. And after that they change it to new commit message. Then I can't see the tag here.
Here you cannot
So,
see. Here you cannot
yeah.
see, but you can do something like this. Git tag. So if you do git tag, all the code changes will be visible. See in December what you did, in January what you did.
Okay.
So now if you come
Okay.
here and say git show, and
so if I want to revert that, suppose the header to the git another thing means I can revert, right?
yes,
Suppose git December release, I want to revert
yes,
the
you have
header
to
to
first clear, or you have to delete the latest tag, whatever you have, and then you can revert back.
okay.
Anytime revert is possible, unless and until do a reset, revert is always possible.
Okay.
Now, let me say I'm working on this code. I'm half done. This is, I'm about to write. Now I'm in a state where I can neither let it go, I can neither commit. Okay, I'm in between. So I have done, let me say 100 line of changes I have done. I've done 20 line of changes. I cannot discard the changes. I cannot commit the changes. Okay. At this point of time, a manager comes and says, there is a production issue. Let's go and work on the production issue. Close all these things, what you're doing. Control X, Y, enter. So you are in between. Git status, you are in between. Your code is, you cannot discard, you cannot update. Now what to do? Git stash, STASH, git stash. Now if you run git stash, a WIP folder will be created. WIP is work in progress. This will temporarily hold your content. And now if you come here, it will act like nothing changed, and you can see your old code again. Okay. Now you're done with your work. Whatever production issue was there, you're done with that. Come back here. Come here and say git stash pop, means whatever changes I have kept there on a temporary basis, bring it back. So now I can come here and see my changes. See here, the temporary changes are visible here. So stash is a command which will help you to temporarily go with your changes. Okay.
Okay.
This is stash and git stash pop. Now I'm left with two commands. One is git merge and git rebase. What is git rebase? What is git merge?
So there is a doubt here.
Yeah.
If during my stop time, if somebody come and commit the changes and then push it to the GitHub, then will it? I am able to do again
No.
where I stop.
You will get a git merge conflict. See, in your local, you do whatever you want to. The local is completely yours. But when you
Yes,
go
yes,
to your
yes.
GitHub, that time you will face problem. Because you are
Okay.
not working with the latest code. So git merge conflict will come.
Okay.
Okay. Now, let me clear all these things. Let me come out. And
Can we see the folder the stash create or not available?
which folder you want to see?
You told me when you do git stash, they create a folder
It is
and keep
WIP
the
folder. It is work in progress. So I don't think you will be able to see it.
Okay.
This
And
is
we can stash for indeterminate time.
Git stash will hide it, and git stash pop will give it back to you.
Okay.
So I'm going to my old repo, which we created or which we were working yesterday. And if you see here, there were two codes which we were working with. If I come here and say git log -1 line, I can see that there were merge conflicts and I have resolved these merge conflicts. Now, because of this, you see origin FB1 is pointing here, origin head is pointing here, origin main is pointing here, head main is pointing here. So I had applied git branching strategy. Now, because of this git branching strategy, what happens in the background? I'll just show you. What happens in the background? Let me just come here. Anyhow, I'll share all these commands with you. So in git log only, so I know this command git log -1 line. I'm adding few lines more, -- graph, -- decorate, and -- all. Okay, what it will do, I'll show you. See here, how is it behaving? So if you see carefully, okay, there is a old age television kind of structure has come up. So this is the main difference between git merge and so old day television. So it had a bulk structure, right? Back. Yeah, it had a bulky structure like this. Okay. Now, if you see this guy, this also looks like this. I was going all the way, then I had to deviate, and then it had merged. So whenever you do a git merge, this bulk kind of structure will come. This bulk kind of structure is messy because as soon as you do multiple times this thing, it will become very messy. Git merge versus git rebase. If you do a git rebase, it is similar to git merge. Anyhow, we'll discuss it tomorrow. See here. This is the difference. If I keep doing git merge, I see this is one branch, this is another branch. If I do a git merge, I get a bulk out of old day television kind of structure, and it becomes very messy. Git branch messed up. It will become something like this. And it will become so difficult for you to trace who did, what changes were done. See here, the commit messages and all. It will hardly be traceable. You will not be able to understand who did the changes, where the changes are coming from. It will become a very messy kind of structure. As of now, here, if I see, I have only one branch going out and then merging in. But down the line, if you keep working with this project, it will look something like this. And it will become very difficult to trace what has happened. So that's the reason I use Git rebase. In Git rebase, this is my first branch. This is my feature branch. When I merge, I get like this. But when I do a rebase, I get something like this, a straight linear commit directory. So at any point of time, I can trace what was done, who did. So this is uniform, this is non-uniform and messy. So I'll teach you what is rebase, what is merge tomorrow, how to do it, which is advantageous, when to do what. So these things I'll teach you tomorrow. Any doubts, any questions, please go ahead. Not related to this, but anything which we
Yes, if it's possible, can you go to the instance and do a history to check the codes for today and copy to us? If you can copy this at the chat.
I will do one thing. I will share one repo with you so that you can go to that repo and you can practice.
All right.
So I have all the commands which I'm using. I have put everything there. Anyhow, I'm supposed to share that with you. GitHub.com.
I think you already shared. I just have to investigate.
That's not the one. Wait, hold on.
And one other thing, tomorrow or next week, can you teach us how to set the alarm in our AWS account?
Yeah, it will come. I will teach you everything one by one. Let me go by the agenda which I have. Towards the end of the class, I'll teach you all these things, alarm and all. So now here, if you go right, you will see the commands. Okay, all the commonly used commands are present here. So you will get everything here. Okay, like how to do a git revert, how to do a hard reset, all those things are here. So you can take this, whatever I'm teaching you, all the commands I've put here.
Perfect.
On top of that, if you want some additional content where you want to prepare yourself for some interviews and all, you will get some interview questions from here. This is only related to Git. Fine.
You will share, or you already shared these commands with us?
It is there in your chat window. You can take it from there.
Thank you.
Wait a second. I'll put it for everyone. So I've shared it on the chat window. Everyone can take it from there and you can take this content and start your work. Fine. See you then guys tomorrow. Bye.